everybody, to episode 23 of the Unwrapped Leader Podcast, where we get raw, real, and relevant in the new network marketing and helping you become a gifted leader in your business. My name is Teisha Dorianna from Canada.
And I'm Dracy Dewar from Australia.
Today's episode is all about feeling stuck, distracted, and frozen. And since we have a branding masterclass coming up this weekend, we felt that this would be the perfect topic to share with you guys today. So if you're someone right now in your business who has been feeling stuck or feeling distracted by other things besides your business, maybe you've been a bit indecisive on what you should do next, or feeling a bit unhappy, or just simply feeling frozen, like you don't know what the right decision or the next decision is to be, we have been there before. And maybe even right now, you have this feeling of unfulfillment. Maybe you're stuck doing something that you don't necessarily love, but you continue because you feel that it's just the next step and it's going to pay off eventually. And I actually had this exact experience not too long ago when I was in my final years of university. And I remember feeling pretty unfulfilled. And it was actually not just in my final years, it was kind of all throughout. But I remember thinking, just stay the course, keep going. This is what I was meant to do. And it's all going to work out in the end. And so in my final years, that's actually when I was introduced to the network marketing industry. And that's when I kind of realized that what I was in school for was probably not going to be my be-all, end-all. I was originally in university for elementary education. And even though I learned so much, I would never regret doing what I did for the world. I did still feel like I wasn't necessarily on the path I was meant to be on. And when I found that passion and excitement when I was working on my business and when I was coaching other people to gain their confidence and build their business and build their presence online, that's when I knew that I found my passion, that I found my calling, and that's what I was put on this earth to do. So that's when I decided that this was going to be what I was going to do. And I decided to just go full force when my business started growing. I graduated. I didn't go into it full time. I did sub for the year, but I really wanted to take on this industry by storm and see what I could do if I put a full-time effort into it, as I was kind of putting in full-time effort before, but I was also very distracted by other things. So that's what I did. And I found something that I loved. And, I remember feeling stuck in that moment, whether I should pursue it or whether I should maybe just, stick with what I'm doing and it's all going to work out. But I chose passion. I chose to pursue that. And now today, I'm so happy and grateful that I made that choice. I'm so happy that I chose myself. I'm so happy that I chose happiness, because without that, I wouldn't have continued to find, or I might have continued to find the way, but it definitely would have taken a lot longer. And so I'm happy I did what I did in that moment. I'm happy I had an incredible mentor like Dracy has been to me to guide me along the way. So we wanted to talk to you guys about that feeling of being stuck, distracted, and frozen. And that's actually why we created this masterclass, our Unwrap Your Brand masterclass. And you're probably thinking, what does that have to do with branding? And so we created this because we want to help you discover who you are, what you represent, how you show up online and offline, and how you set yourself apart from the millions of other people that are doing the exact same thing as you, because network marketing is a growing industry. There are millions of people doing it. There are millions of very successful people doing it. And so we want to teach you how you can step up, show off that brand that's all about you, your unique self, your genuine self, and how you could stand out from all the other people doing that exact same thing. So if you're right now sitting there thinking, I'm feeling frozen, you need to remember that feeling frozen, it's just a movie. It's not actually real. It's literally a movie. And you just have to learn to let it go and step into the person you were meant to be. Did you guys get my puns there?
I loved it, loved it, loved it. And I'm sitting here thinking, I have a gorgeous, almost 3-year-old granddaughter, and she has just embraced that movie Frozen. She watches it every day, multiple. She has learned the words. She gets the stomp in. She throws the actual crown off, and oh my God, it's just so gorgeous to watch. And I actually even seen your niece singing Frozen with her little Frozen microphone as well. So it's interesting. It's interesting how these girls have just fallen into the love of this movie Frozen. And like you said, it's just a movie. We don't have to embrace it into our life and feel stuck in Frozen. We actually just have to do one thing that movie says: let it go. And so it's fascinating that you talk about this, because you actually made the decision to level up. And so that's what we want to talk about. How do you go from Frozen to leveling up? And we'll talk about it. Like, I think it's so important that right now, the world is changing more than ever before. The essence of how we do business is different. And you're going to get stuck in the old way of doing things. You're going to stay behind. And so this is where we're saying, unless you decide to level up, start learning some new skills, learn from the lessons and turn them into something positive where you want to start listening to the right people. You want to start listening to the right kind of content to get you into that right direction. And Teisha, these are the things that you actually did. Like, you started to level up. You started listening and going out there, like finding other people to learn from. And that's
I actually remember when I got into network marketing and I realized how exciting it was to me, how passionate I was about it. I remember searching up just trainings everywhere and anywhere. And I remember very specific people coming up. I remember seeing a lot from Bob Heilig. I love to style. I still, to this day, I'll listen to his podcast. He gives so many, free value and free training. And so I love to just invest in myself, but also take up in all the free training, especially when you're brand new and you're just trying to learn the basics. There's so much free training out there. Bob Heilig was one of the people that I looked up to. And then eventually I did invest in myself, and I went to Chic Influencer, which is Melanie Mitro and Katie Ersta. And I remember looking at them thinking, these girls are in the exact spot I want to be in one day. They're successful, they're top in the industry, they're leading by example, and they're also coaches. And I remember that being my North Star, that thing that I knew I was put on this earth to do, that I wanted to do more of. So I remember them telling me, the first thing they told me when I invested in their one-on-one coaching program was, you need to chase your North Star. And I remember not feeling ready at the time. And I remember thinking, like, I still feel like I have a lot to prove with where I'm at now. And I am still working currently in the network marketing industry, building a team as well. But I'm so happy that I chose to pursue what I'm doing now as well. And just people that I've looked up to and learned from. I read blog posts. I remember there's this amazing, I don't know her name, but I do know her website or her brand name, which is Direct Sales Inspiration. I signed up for her newsletter. She gives tips like every single week. She has amazing blog posts. And I just did the work. I leveled up myself by investing my time and energy into these trainings, and not just learning from them, but implementing it all and actually putting them into action. So yeah, I totally remember doing all that.
So you looked up, you leveled up, you learned, you took lessons, and you did what you were loved to do. So that to me is an amazing formula for letting it go and getting unstuck and being able to move on. So I'm going to highlight that those to me are some amazing strategies. So if anybody right now is feeling any of those things, because I'm going to say about 18 months ago, before Teisha and I came, I knew that I needed to make some changes. I knew that the industry was changing, and hence why it was time for me to level up. And so Teisha and I together started to learn new things. Like, we started pouring it out in our book, but we didn't know that this is by us doing what we love and leveling up and learning and listening. We started to unwrap the brand, the book, and now our Unwrap Your Brand Masterclass. So we have taken all that we have learned and we have made it as a shortcut. So even if you're not even have a product or a service and you are just in that stuck mode, this class will help you unwrap your passions, find some purpose. It's going to give you a plan and a strategy, because here's what's important. Your brand is far more important than anything else, because until you find what you want, if you start working on your brand, because your brand is around your passions and creating those brand pillars, if you can work that out, and this is what this class is going to do, it's going to help you nut out what your brand pillars are, so you can just start having content around your passions. And when you do that, that is going to find the abundance of the vortex of abundance for you, because then you will figure out what you need to do. And that'll come again by you deciding, who am I going to listen to? What am I going to learn? How am I going to level up? So this masterclass, definitely, if you lack that defined purpose, it's going to help you. If you have the inability to, and you're just kind of aiming for mediocrity and you're done with that, you want to do something great, you may even just lack that discipline, this is going to help. Procrastination, boom, out the door. Overcautiousness, boom, out the door. Lack of persistence, lack of focus, lack of enthusiasm. And again, like I said, if you just don't have that product, get onto our masterclass, because that's what we are destined to do, is help you figure out you.
Absolutely. And I just think too, like, as I change and grow, we're all constantly changing and growing. My brand and our brand continues to evolve, right? The more that we learn from other people, the more we just find out more about ourselves. In fact, Dracy and I were just talking about this today. We're talking about how, branding, it's not just your name, it's not just your logo, and it's not just a color. I think that's what a lot of people think about when they first think, I need a brand. They think, I need a name, I need a logo, and I need a color that people are going to know me by. And although those are I think they are very important things. And Dracy and I have worked really hard to create that too, so that when everyone sees that pretty teal and that pretty pink, they know it's going to be us. And that's an aspect of it. But growing a brand is so much more than that. It's really just it's about yourself. It's about how you're going to change and how you're going to grow. And it's about who you are as a person, what you believe in, who you're guided by, what represents you, what and who you value. So all those different things is going to help you realize how you're going to show up online. And are your values and the things that you believe in, are those in line with how you're showing up online? Or are you just showing up online trying to put on a face of maybe someone that you think that everyone else wants you to be? Or are you going to show up as yourself and make sure that you're showing up as, a genuine person, someone who's going to stand out from other people? Because if everyone was the same and everyone tried showing up exactly the same, then people aren't going to align with that. People align with different types of people. So when you can get solid on who you are as a person, what you represent, what you value, that's when you can really come up with an offer that's going to speak to so many people. So it's so much more than, like I said, just a logo, a name, color, and all that kind of thing. So when it comes to this masterclass, that's what we want to help you do. We want to help you create those brand pillars. We have a whole work guide that we're actually going to be sending out tomorrow on our email list. So if you have already signed up for the Unwrap Your Brand Masterclass and you're on that list, then don't worry, you will get the work guide sent to your email. But if you're not already on there, make sure you sign up tonight, because that email will be going out tomorrow with the whole work guide, which is going to help walk you through this whole masterclass. And part of that, like I said, is we're going to help you create those brand pillars. We're going to tell you our shortcut, our process for doing this, on how you can create your own in a simplified way. And not only that, but how you're going to create a first impression with that. We call it a magnetic bio. What is going to draw that first impression when people come onto your profile? What are they going to see? What are you all about? How are you going to help them? So we're going to help you craft that magnetic bio. We're going to help you get into your highlight section, what that should look like, because that's all about your first impression too. When people come on that profile, people see your bio, people see your highlights. And lastly, you think sometimes people kind of put this off to the side like it's not important, but it's so important. And that is your profile picture. What are people seeing? Are they seeing a happy, excited, uplifting person? Are they seeing a logo? Maybe there's some confusion there. We want to help you get solid on all those things. Another one is creating posts and stories that create curiosity and give value. How are you giving value? How are you creating curiosity with everything that you're putting out there? We're going to teach you our best ways to do that. And then also just having value-packed content with everything that you're posting on social media. We talk about how to build a carousel. Maybe you're listening to this thinking, what the heck is a carousel? we're going to talk to you about how you can build a valuable carousel, how you can build a valuable packed reel, and just building stronger connections, growing that like, know, and trust factor, as well as effective engagement. How, like, some people think, why am I not getting engagement on my post? Well, tip number one, you have to ask for the engagement. So we're going to give you our best practices for that. Planning your content and scheduling. What do Dracy and I do to make sure we have a solid plan and that we're intentionally, scheduling and planning our content so that it's going out on a consistent basis. So that's just a list of things that you're going to learn. This is a 2-hour masterclass. We have so much more to pour into, you guys. We have, of course, our personal experiences to share with you. But we just help you put a plan in place that's going to focus on your passions and your purpose. This is all about you and your brand. And that's what our goal is with this masterclass. So, Dracy, anything you want to add to that before I tell them how they can sign up?
No, you did a good job. I'm going to wrap this up as soon as you do that. So well done.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. So guys, if you haven't already signed up for the masterclass, it is happening this weekend, which is crazy. We are only 3 days away. So make sure you get on that list. We will put the link in the comments of this video once we are done live here. Also, if you guys are watching on YouTube, of course, we'll have it in the show notes just below so you guys can get started. So basically, you can be part of this masterclass for free. All you have to do is click the link, and then it's going to ask you for your name and your email. Plug that in so we could send you all the details for the masterclass. And then it's going to redirect you to an Amazon link, and you can choose. You could either purchase or you could download through Kindle the book. And I think the Kindle copy is like $1, or of course a hard copy. Some of you guys really just like to have that, that book in hand. With the purchase or download of the book, the masterclass is completely free to you. Otherwise, we do have that valued on our website at $97. So, to us, it's a no-brainer. Get the book, and we can't wait to see you at the masterclass this weekend. We are so hyped up and ready to share everything that we've been learning along the way.
And I just wanted to say, again, I want to highlight that knowing who you are is power, but sharing who you are is brave. And we have a mission to help you be more confident, more brave, and more professional online. And so please join us. Look forward to it. If you're even catching this after the masterclass, or you've missed this, please just direct message us. This is going to be recorded video. We'll still give you everything that we've promised on there, because that's the most important thing that we have, is our promise of giving you value. So join us. Please like, comment where you're from as well. We love to see where our community is from, but we hope to see you there. And please get registered for the masterclass. And last but not least, bring somebody with you. Bring somebody with you, because the best thing Teisha and I have done is become partners in crime. The energy and the synergy and the enthusiasm to do great things just keeps packing on. And so we highly recommend bring somebody to the masterclass with you, because we have a spot for them. Have a great day. Thanks.